Good morning. My name is Norman Garza Jr. and I'm now the Executive Director at the Texas Space Commission as of July 1st. I thank Dr. Silva for the invitation, and I'm very sorry that I'm not with each of you there in the room today. As you might already be aware, the Texas House Committee on Appropriations scheduled an interim hearing today, chaired by Dr. Greg Bonin. Of course, he's important because he was the bill author of House Bill 3447, which created the Texas Space Commission. He's invited the chair of the Texas Space Commission, Ms. Gwen Griffin, to testify, in addition to 5 or 6 other folks on 2 panels. So if you are able later, you can go and pull up the video footage to listen in directly on information provided by Gwen about the activities of both the Texas Space Commission as well as an additional group that was also created by House Bill 3447, known as the Texas Aerospace Research and Space Consortium, Texas Aerospace Research and Space Economy Consortium. That acronym is TARSEC. And I'd really like to double down on what that organization is within the Texas Space Commission for the purposes of this audience. I know many institutions of higher education, as well as the respective public public schools in both Cameron and Hidalgo counties are represented this morning at this event. I'd like to make sure that everybody here is aware that the Texas Aerospace Research and Space Economy Consortium, or TARSEC, invites a local liaison from every campus to be named on the general membership of TARSEC. And I'd also like to make a call out. First off, we've received a name from RGV. Thank you. However, we have not yet received names from South Texas College, Texas Southmost College, or the Texas State Technical College system. I know there's a campus in Harlingen. The invitation went from my colleague, the Deputy Executive Director, Blake Calvert, several weeks ago, to either the Government Relations Officer or the Office of the President and Provost at each institution, inviting those local leaders to name a liaison to TARSEC. So my first message for this group is to please make sure that we know who from your campus is the designated liaison. Please send that name to tarsec@space.texas.gov. This group, in my opinion, is the knight in shining armor for the Texas Space Commission, and here's why. This group is the folks that are subject matter experts, both from the academic world as well as the private industry sector, who can provide firsthand information, knowledge when it comes to research on emerging technologies and also the commercialization of technologies that are required for the commercial space ecosystem in Texas. It is very important that the Valley is properly represented, in addition to West Texas and Central Texas, and of course Southeast Texas in and around the Johnson Space Center of Houston, plus the DFW metro area. So I'm giving you educators a homework assignment, which is to make sure that every leader at those local campuses whom we have not yet heard from sends a name to tarsec@space.texas.gov sooner rather than later, and here's why. House Bill 3447 also named appointments by the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the House Speaker to the executive committee of TARSEC. It's a 9-person group who also has the UT system chancellor or their designee, the A&M system chancellor or their designee, and the Rice University president or their designee to comprise the executive committee. This executive committee is charged with writing their own strategic plan as well as providing recommendations to the Texas Space Commission Board of Directors. So we've got TARSEC as an executive committee appointed by the top 3 in the state legislature, as well as the governing board of directors for the Texas Space Commission, also appointed by the top 3. 3 by the governor, 3 by the lieutenant governor, and 3 by the House Speaker. Many of you all have already engaged with one of those members of the Space Commission board today. Her name is Kathy Leaders. She directs Starbase for SpaceX there at Boca Chica Beach in Cameron County. I know you all are going to be very impressed by her speech and presentation today. I've heard it a few times. Make sure that the music is turned all the way up because there's some impressive videos as part of it. She serves as the vice chair of our commission. This commission is charged with also writing a strategic plan as well as passing out $150 million in grants. This is very important. The TARSEC group is providing input to the board of directors for the use of the $150 million that the legislature appropriated also as part of the creation with House Bill 3447 and House Bill 1, the General Appropriations Act. So I'd like to talk specifically about the SURF. SURF is the Space Exploration and Aeronautics Research Fund. Space Exploration and Aeronautics Research Fund, the acronym is SURF. There's very specific uses that the legislation provides for the commission to approve dollars out of the SURF grant program. There's 5. 1, it deals with emerging technologies in terms of human space flight and space exploration. 2, research and development. 3, workforce development. 4, post-mission curation, so think things that come back from missions such as Artemis or launches such from SpaceX and Blue Origin, etc. And the 5th is spaceport infrastructure. These are 5 guardrails that the legislation provides to the board for approving or first considering and then approving applications. I'd also like to make this group aware that we have put up 2 applications on our website. It was Friday, September 13th, when we were able to put live 2 PDFs on our website, which is www.space.texas.gov. The reason that there's 2 applications for the SURF grant program is because House Bill 3447 defines the entities, the eligible entities who are able to submit a proposal to the board for consideration of a SURF grant. Those 2 entities defined in legislation are actually pretty broadly defined. The first is governmental entities, of which institutions of higher education as well as local municipalities are defined. So if you represent one of those entities, make sure that you pull down the governmental entity application from our website. The second group that the legislation defines as an eligible entity to submit a proposal for SURF funds are businesses and nonprofits that are engaged with space-related activities. So these are very broadly defined terms. The running joke has become, who isn't eligible to receive funds out of the SURF grant program? That answer is my bank account and your bank account, of course, but if you're affiliated with any of those entities, governmental entity, nonprofit, business, that are directly engaged with space exploration related activities, then I highly encourage you to pull down this application, submit it to us. There is no deadline. There is no maximum number of applications that can be received by one single entity, and there is no maximum dollar amount that an entity can request from the board as a SURF project. However, I would highly encourage you also to make sure that your budget is well justified. It needs to be phased out. It needs to explain why funds are needed within the first, you name it, 3 months, first quarter of the year, multiple years. All of these things are very generally defined in our application. It's not an RFI. It's not 50 pages like something that you might expect from a federal agency or NASA. This is really the opportunity for entities to provide us with your narrative. Tell us what your big idea is. A high quality proposal will have a high opportunity for funding. So I think I'm almost at 10 minutes. Thank you for your time this morning. I apologize again that I wasn't able to be with you. Please pull down the archive video from the House Appropriations Committee hearing this morning and find another reason for me to come and visit the Valley. Thank you for what you do. Take care and have a good day.